First of all, we would like to thank you all for the questions you sent over Twitter. So basically, welcome to our AMA.
From Jero. Jero. Alltså jag kan inte.
This one is from Jero. How many hours do you usually play per day? Do you have some kind of scheduled daily goals or something like that? We have practice, which usually lasts around, it takes up around like the entire afternoon or evening. And then you play solo ranked, pubs, streaming, stuff like that, apart from that. And we definitely play more Dota than we would, like, if you compare it to a real job, we play like, it's like 150% daily working job, I would say, something like that.
Question from Travis Castaway. How do you deal with people who ruin and throw in ranked games? I think this is the reason why I don't play so much solo queue, because I have a very hard time handling these kind of people. I think Limp is the expert on how to handle.
I mean, at this point, it's like I've realized you can't really do anything about it, so I just mute everyone who's like flaming or is annoying or something. And if they ruin the game, they're gonna ruin the game. You can't do anything about it, so I just mute them and play.
Okay, from Bratwurst. Can you ask Loda to ask EGM to ask S4 if he remembers the $1 million dream card?
EGM, can you ask S4 if he remembers the $1 million dream card?
All right, hello S4, do you remember the $1 million dream card?
Klassisk meme alltså.
From Georgie. Mainly to Loda, I guess. Do you think Specter is viable in the current meta now that the game slowed down a bit?
I've been thinking a lot about Specter. I was a bit skeptical towards him for a while, but I myself, I find out he works quite well in pubs. In official games, I feel like more and more of our opponents play him as well, so I think he's viable for sure.
From Robert. How does it feel to click Midas as first item? I mean, if I do it, it feels damn good, but I'm never allowed to do that, so.
From Vlad. Do you still have drafting issues?
I would guess yes.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I think everybody has drafting issues
Never
from time to
gonna
time.
have be perfect on drafting. I think right now OG is really, really good. We have scrimmed them some.
What I think we need is having a clear way of drafting sometimes, and I think that we did that for the major quite well. We lacked some stuff, I think, to be able to beat Secret, but it's not a lot of issues. But of course, it's there. If we knew exactly how to draft, I think the games would be a bit easier.
From Anton. Who in the team will survive a zombie outbreak the longest and why? From a defensive point of view, I think EGM, because he's so tiny, and I think he's the type of guy that you can just like hide under a bed and like eat on his fingernails or something and survive for like 3 months. Or we can go the offensive one, and then I think Limp, because he's the most thuggy guy.
He's just gonna walk around and kill everything.
Yeah, he can just kill everyone.
This is from Shash. Do you have any advice for players in Europe who are looking to become professionals? Watching pro players is always good, but you should, like, when you play matchmaking, you should play to practice, not play to gain MMR. Like staying calm and just focusing on what you want to practice on and trying to become better instead of just looking at how much points or like how many points you have.
From Sebastian. How would you describe the style of today's Alliance? Ratting, preferring global strats, fort protect one, aggressive, or something else?
For the most part, like of our early days of this current squad, I think we changed our minds a lot and we tried different things. And then what made us like a lot better lately in tournaments and stuff was that we found something that we really like and that we trusted a bit. And we still have to develop that, but I'm not sure how to describe it specifically.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think we have a strategy that is as defined as the old team in that way. I don't think you could call it ratting or fort protect one. I think we do mix it around a bit. In most games, I would say we focus around me or Limp. But yeah, that's about it.
From Stefan. Do you, Limp and Jonas, feel pressure because you're playing in a team which won a TI, so fans always have high expectations? I wouldn't really say I feel pressured when I'm playing games, but you definitely feel like you have to deal with the community after rough losses and stuff. When we like both of us, we feel, or like we have pretty big shoes to fill with S4 and Bulldog. They're pretty popular players, and there's a lot of memes going on there. So, I mean, I wouldn't really say there's like, I don't really feel pressure when I'm like specifically when I'm playing. It's like more when I'm not playing, I think.
Aleko wonders, is it hard work and dedication or some inner talent which has come natural that have brought you players to professional level? I can speak for myself, I guess. Only a lot of hard work. Started playing Dota like 10 years ago. So.
The talent kind of gets you to where you get recognizable or like get on a level where it makes sense to pursue the career. Like for me at least in Han, like I would not have gotten where I was without the talent that I had, but then what kept me like in the circuits were not the talent, it was more like the hard work.
From Yev Sheng, as we can see, Team Alliance weren't playing in any major tournaments recently. What do you guys think the team need in order to come back as a strong team in major tournaments, like maybe TI7? I think honestly right now, we are good enough to beat any team. I'm not saying we're gonna beat them in like a best of 10 or whatever, like 10 times out of 10, but I think definitely we could beat any team right now. But so I feel like we have these random losses where we just draft bad and play bad. And if you look at the other top teams like OG, for example, it feels like they have like even if they draft bad, they have to play bad as well to lose, or they're a very stable team with a very high low level. So I think that's our most important thing that we need to work on.
So with that said, that concludes our Alliance AMA for this time around. On that note, we'd like to thank you all for the support and all the questions you sent us. So don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our channels. Thank you.
Thank you.